Hey, what's up? Matt here, your value driven coach. And today we're going to talk about how you hold effective one on one meetings with your team. What do I mean by a one on one meeting? Look, I was taught many years ago if you want your team to succeed, you've got to spend time with them. And what's the best way to spend time with them? Daily one on one meetings. Now, you might say, Matt, I don't have time for that. Yes, you do. If you're a leader, you always have time for your people. So, what does a one on one meeting look like? Well, I'll share with you the way that I was taught to do it, the way that I did it, and how well it worked for me. When I first moved into a leadership role, it was more years ago than I want to be honest with you, like more than 2 decades ago. But when I first moved into a leadership role, I had no idea how to lead. So thankfully, I had an employer who sent me for some great team leadership training and certification. And one of the things that they taught us was how to hold effective one on one meetings with your people. Now, we were told we needed to do daily one on ones. So let me ask you a question. How often should you do a daily one on one? The word daily should have given you the answer. Write this down. Every day you should communicate with every member of your team. If you're in leadership, that's right, every single day. Now, these are not lengthy meetings. Typically, what I would do is I booked off 15 minutes a day for each member of my team. Now, if you're working in an 8-hour day, just so you know, 8 times 4 is 32. That gives you time to meet with 32 of the people on your team if you have a team of 32 people, all right? But a daily one on one does not have to last long. There are 3 things that you're going to cover, and I want to encourage you to write these down. Go ahead, I'll wait. Okay, you got something to write with? Cool. Here's what you're going to talk about. You're going to talk about 3 Ds. Number 1, what have they done? Number 2, what are they doing? And number 3, do they need your help? How does that look? What have they done? Now, if you're working with a salesperson, what salespeople hate is when their manager, their leader, is over their shoulder every single day going, "What are you doing? What are you working on? What do you have for me? What are you in the middle of? No, most salespeople want to be able to do their job because they can do it well and they do it better if you're not breathing over their shoulder. So, in a daily one on one, a couple of things that I want you to remember. The what have you done is what did you do yesterday? Hey, let's review yesterday. Okay, that's the what have you done. Let's review yesterday. Let's talk about the deals that you were working, things like that. Let's just go through some of that stuff, get me up to speed on it. Now, the next thing, what are you doing is what's your plan for today? All right. So, what have you done is walk me through yesterday, talk to me about the highs and lows, the hiccups, the struggles, the good, the bad, fill me in, let me know, get me up to speed with what you're working on, what you've been working on yesterday. Cool. Now, what do you got going today? What are you doing today? What's the game plan for today? The reason you do this, the reason you ask them what they've done yesterday is because you want to know, did they effectively work their day, right? Did they plan their work and work their plan? Because based on what they did yesterday, it'll give you a good idea why they've gotten the results or lack thereof that they've got. What are you doing today helps you understand right then, hey, what's the game plan for today? What have they got going on? What are they planning? And it also will give you a coachable opportunity. If they don't have anything properly planned, you can say, well, hey, what about this? And what about that? And like, how's that going to help you hit your goals, et cetera, et cetera. The third thing, is this. Do you need my help? And here's how this sounds. So after you go, all right, let's talk about yesterday. Walk me through it. They tell you, all right, what do you got planned for today? Walk me through the game plan today, appointments, things like that. They tell you. Third thing is just, hey, listen, what do you need from me to help you achieve your goals? What do you need from me? How can I serve you? And they might say, no, nothing. I got it. I'm good to go. If they don't need your help, if they don't say, hey, there's something I need help with, but you've heard something through what they've shared from what they've done and what they're doing, this is a coachable opportunity for you to say, great. Hey, a couple things I wanted to bounce off you. Now, here's the thing, critical thing to daily one-on-ones. If you want your team to be excited about these, number one, you want to have a meeting with your whole team to say, because maybe you haven't done one-on-ones yet. You want to have a meeting with your whole team to say, look, you want to own it right out of the gate. Listen, I've realized I haven't been helping you be effective as you can be, and that's my fault. Put the weight on your shoulders. What I want to do is I don't want to be breathing over your guys' shoulders every day. I want to give you some breathing room. I want to make sure that you've got the ability to work your own schedule, work your own plan, and be wildly successful. So in order to do that, here's what I'm going to do. Instead of checking with you 80 times a day to see where we're at, what's working, instead I'm going to meet with you guys one-on-one each day. Now, obviously you can come to me whenever you need me, but I'm just going to do a quick little one-on-one meeting every day just to touch base, find out, where we're at, what you need, things like that, so that I can serve you guys better. So every day we're going to do that. We're just going to schedule the time on our calendar. That way you can plan for it, I can plan for it, and we can work everything else around it. It's literally, we're just going to connect no more than 15 minutes a day. And the whole purpose behind this, you guys, is I want to give you guys some breathing room, let you do what you do best. And this way, I'll know what the game plan is and where you guys need help from me. And then I can, communicate that with who I'm accountable to as well. So I'm going to lighten your load, remove your stress, make your life easier. We're just going to connect briefly each day. And like I said, anything else you need, obviously I'm here for you, but I want to do this for you guys and I want to help you be successful. I think this will free up all of our time a little better. It'll help all of us get a lot more done. How's that sound to you guys? And just ask them. Okay. Let them know this is coming. Ask them how they feel about it. Then you start planning it. Okay, every single day, try and schedule it for the same time. So each person, if one person says, hey, for me, it's better, ideally, all of them you want done before lunch. First thing in the morning, that's the ideal way to do it, right? At the very beginning of the day. But you get with your whole team, you lay this out, and then you start planning it. Okay, 8 to 8:15 is Bill, 8:15 to 8:30 is Susan, 8:30 to 8:45 is Jim, 8:45 to 9 a.m. is Jane. Boom, boom, boom. Get it on the schedule, work it, same bat time, same bat channel every single day. Now, you're going to run into a few hiccups in the first week. It's just a little weird for folks when they're not used to this, okay? But I guarantee you, if you stay consistent with this and you always write this down, circle it, highlight it, underline it, do whatever, when you always end your meeting with, what can I do to serve you? What do you need from me? How can I help? It's going to help them. The last thing that they remember that sticks in their head is going to be, the leader that I work with is always asking me how they can serve me best. It's always going to leave them with a good taste in their mouth if you end it that way. Now, keep a couple things in mind. Do not use your one-on-one meetings as gripe sessions. Sometimes you do need to have one-on-one private conversations. Don't do that during this one-on-one. If you have to have one of those conversations with somebody, try to do it at the end of the day and pull them aside and have that conversation, unless it's critical, something to do with the day that has to be addressed now. When at all possible, have those one-on-one conversations at the end of the day so that it doesn't sour the rest of their workday or yours, because that will cost you and the company money. And listen, if you got salespeople, you want them to be in the best mindset possible. So don't use your one-on-ones for gripe sessions, addressing issues that are negative or bad. Now, sometimes if there's something critical, it's got to be talked about. Just say, hey, we got to dial in this thing, but try and make it as lighthearted as possible and try and handle it at the beginning of the meeting. If it has to be done in your daily one-on-one, if it can't wait till the end of the day, try and handle it right at the very beginning so that, again, your meeting can end with, what do you need from me? How can I serve you? So 3 things. What have you done? Like, tell me about yesterday. Walk me through it. What are you doing? Walk me through today. What's your game plan? What appointments you got going? And then what do you need from me? What can I do to help you? How can I serve you? If you do that every single day, and I mean every single day, okay? If you work 5 days a week, 6 days a week, 7 days a week, whatever it is, you will show your new people that you're a leader that cares. You will show your veterans that you are a leader that cares, and you will show your boss, your employer, that you are a leader who cares. And there is an old saying, people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. Daily one-on-ones are a way to get your team to buy into you as a leader and to prove that you're a leader worth following. Listen, no matter where you're at in your business or your life, you are just one moment away from being a little bit better. Now, go out there and make somebody's day amazing, and I will see you in the next session.